What's up, y'all? It's JD. I'm a 40-year-old hybrid athlete. I use calisthenics, weightlifting, and running as my primary modalities of training. Today, I'm going to be taking you guys along with me, and I'm going to be doing a explosiveness and strength-based workout today. Nothing in this workout is going to be highlight worthy. These exercises are not fancy. A lot of this stuff is monotonous, but it's all in conjunction with my goals. So the first exercise I'm doing here is explosive high pulls on the rings. And the goal of this exercise is to pull my waist up to the rings. Today I did feel kind of weak and I did not feel explosive. I felt a little heavy. Kind of had a lazy weekend. It was a long weekend. Did a lot of eating out. Did a little bit of drinking, which kind of weighed me down. Those were a warm up to the next exercise, which is ring muscle ups. And usually what I did that with the last exercise too, is I start off with a warm up rep. So I went ahead and got a warm up rep in on the high pulls. Then I got a warm up rep in with the ring muscle ups. And then I'm doing 3x3 on both of those exercises from there on. With the high pulls, I did body weight. With the ring muscle ups, I'm progressively adding weight each set. As you can see here, I'm starting off with 10 pounds. The 10-pound weight felt pretty easy, so I go ahead after this set and add 20 pounds and then progressively add 30 pounds. Now, my workouts are pretty efficient. I try to make sure that I can get in and out of the gym or I can finish my workouts at home anywhere between 45 minutes, and at the very long end of a workout, it's going to be about an hour and 15 minutes. Today, I believe this workout took about 1 hour, and it actually could have been a little bit more efficient than that, but ended up finding myself in some conversations at the gym. One of my friends was at the gym. There's also a trainer that I talk to on a regular basis, and me and him was chopping it up as well, and that kind of delayed my workout. But as you guys can see right here, I'm loading up 30 pounds on this final set of ring muscle ups. And this is going to be 3 reps at 30 pounds. I actually probably could have kept going and probably went up to 35, maybe even 40 pounds today. But the goal is not to push myself to the limit on every exercise. The goal is to get some good stimulus on every exercise and leave a little bit in the tank for the next movement. Also, when it comes down to recovery, you want to make sure that you're able to recover in a reasonable amount of time. And if I were to push myself to the absolute limit, I might not be able to recover as quick as I want to. So the next exercise in this workout is chest to wall handstand push-ups. This is another example of an exercise that is not flashy at all. As a matter of fact, I would say this is like what you call ugly work. And the ugly work is the work that you don't show anybody. This isn't the stuff that you're going to see people doing on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok or whatever it may be. This is not highlight work. But at the end of the day, I'm somebody who's very proficient at freestanding handstand push-ups. I can do pretty much every type of handstand push-up there is. I can do parallel handstand push-ups, handstand push-ups on the floor, ring handstand push-ups, 90-degree handstand push-ups. I can do straight bar handstand push-ups. But at the end of the day, this ugly work that you're looking at right now is the work that's actually going to get you stronger. Head all the way down to the floor, full range of motion, no BS, and you're not even using your balance to take up any energy. So if I was to do this freestanding and balancing myself, I'd probably only get like 5 reps in at the most. I'd probably get 4 or 5 reps in. But because I'm using the wall, I can get 8 or 7 reps in. First set was 8 reps. The second set is going to be 7 reps. I can get more reps and more work in on the wall, which equates to having more strength and more endurance, and that's what I'm looking for. This is how you really progressively overload when it comes down to using your body weight. And this is also one of the key mistakes I used to make when I was training calisthenics. I would only train movements and I wouldn't break the movements down and train them specifically, for strength. It would be like I'm trying to full send a skill versus building up that strength to be able to do that skill more proficient. So after the handstand push-ups, the chest to wall handstand push-ups, I'm getting more pull work in, more weighted pulls in, and these are chest to ring pull-ups. So with these chest to ring pull-ups, this is just another way to get more explosive and another way to get stronger when it comes down to doing ring work. It's going to get my false grip stronger. It's going to get my pull strength stronger on the rings. It's going to help me when it comes down to movements like the ring muscle up. It's also going to help me when it comes down to movements where I'm inverted. My ultimate goal right now on the gymnastics rings is to be able to do an inverted muscle up, which is called the elevator. Some people call it the muscle down. It's basically a movement where you're upside down and you end up pulling yourself into a handstand push up. So you need to have a strong pull and push base, and you need to be proficient on the rings. So one of the most important things you can do as an athlete, as a calisthenics athlete, as a hybrid athlete, is have some goals and get more proficient at movements that are going to help you achieve your goals. You know, I've been a personal trainer for about 6 years, and the number one indicator for me on a client that's actually going to be successful and a client that's just bullshitting and just basically wasting their time and wasting their money is somebody who actually wants to get stronger and somebody who actually has some real performance goals. If you have real performance goals, if you actually want to get stronger, that's a high indicator that you're not only going to have a strength transformation, but you're also going to have a body transformation. And this is one thing that people don't understand. A lot of people put the cart before the horse, and they want to have the body. They want to have all the things that, you know, the external vanity appearance of looking strong and looking physically fit without the performance of being physically fit. So I'm finishing up this workout with some preacher curls. I'm not exactly sure how much the little easy bar weighs, but I'm just assuming it's about 20 pounds. So what I ended up doing here was I did 3 sets of 5. This is at the end of the workout, so I'm not as fresh as possible. So this first set is with 70 pounds. The next set here is going to be with 80 pounds. And the main thing that I'm focusing on with these preacher curls is getting fully extended, pause slightly at the bottom of the movement, and then explode up and really try to work those biceps. Because as I mentioned before, my main goal right now is to be able to get that inverted muscle up. And in order to get that inverted muscle up, I have to have some extremely strong curling power. So finished up this set right here, pretty solid set. And my last set is going to be with 90 pounds on the preacher curls. Finished pretty strong. If you guys are interested in getting into the best shape of your life, optimizing your strength, optimizing your physique, go to my website, hybridathlete40.com. If you're interested in learning more about my hybrid approach to training, again, that's calisthenics, that's weightlifting, that's running, and that's becoming basically an overall beast, an overall machine when it comes down to movement. And especially if you're 40 years old or older. If you're around my age and you want to kind of remove all those self-limiting beliefs and become the best version of yourself, go to my website, subscribe to the channel, like this video if you got some value from this content. Hope everybody's having a great day out there. Holla at you guys later. Peace.